A safety induction is the first step to engaging your contractors, employees, and visitors regarding work safely on site. A good safety induction will provide the groundwork and foundations for working safely in the organization, protecting both the employee and their co-workers. This can be the shortest, simple definition for safety induction. But in today's training session, we will cover what is induction, what is the purpose of induction, what are the aims and objectives behind an induction training, what is the right time for induction. Hopefully, part 2 of induction training will specifically cover the HSE or safety induction or orientation. So let us start part 1. What is induction? Dear friends and colleagues, induction is a technique, a process by which new employee is habilitated in the changed surroundings and introduced to the practices, policies, and procedures of the new organization. You can simply say induction is the introduction of newly appointed employee to his job, to the fellow employees, and to the organization by providing him or her relevant information so that he or she may not experience any difficulty in discharging his duties and responsibilities efficiently and effectively. The process of receiving and welcoming an employee when he first joins a company and giving him the basic information he needs to settle down quickly and happily and start to work confidently is induction or orientation. If you like to know the definition of orientation, orientation is a systematic and planned introduction of employees to their jobs, their co-workers, and the organization. Orientation and induction are the similar words with similar meaning. Orientation or induction is designed to provide a new employee with the information he or she needs to function comfortably and effectively in the new organization. But remember, orientation or induction should be a process, not an event only. But unfortunately, more than 70% organizations, it's an event, not a process. It is only a paperwork, not a training at all. Dear friends and colleagues, let us understand the purpose of induction or orientation to reduce startup costs associated with job learning, to reduce anxiety, to reduce employee turnover, to save time for supervisor and colleagues or fellow workers, to develop realistic job expectations and job satisfaction. Induction or orientation is the idea to make the new employee feel at home in the new environment, on a new project, new worksite. The purpose of orientation is to expedite proficiency, to assist in newcomer assimilation, to enhance adjustment to work group and norms. It is also the purpose of induction or orientation to reduce fear to work among new employees, to build up the confidence of the new employees so that he or she can be an efficient worker, to give information about the organization, its culture, structure, products, services, rules, and regulations, to create positive attitudes towards the employer, to bring an agreement between the personal goals and the organizational goals. If you will go through each and every single point then you will easily understand what is the purpose of induction training at site. It is not simply an introduction. If it is effective, it has long lasting impressions. And if it is not effective, it creates misconceptions and dissatisfaction. After understanding the purpose, let us understand the objectives of induction training: to intimate employees about the mission, aims, and objectives of the company, to provide general information about terms and conditions of employment, to stimulate their own and company interests, to give a clear understanding of their roles and responsibilities, to minimize reality shock, and to communicate the details of the job requirements. And the question is why induction training is important. It is important because it helps in settling smoothly of the new employees in the job, in the work. A well-developed and organized induction will form a base for future training and development. An effective induction training can save high cost of recruitment and selection, and it is helpful in the integration of new employees with the existing team. Another important question: who should be inducted? New employees, all staff, including full time workers or even part time workers, and all other specific groups. It might be subcontractors, consultants, client representatives, trainees, or the journal visitors. Induction training is mandatory for everyone without the complex of their position, prestige, or distinction. Dear friends and colleagues, you are on the platform of Safety First Life. Today we are discussing about induction training, part 1. If you are first time on this channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon for all upcoming training sessions. Most of the time, when a person is assigned for induction training, he is without a training material. So let us discuss now what should be included in the induction training. Number one, orientation or induction checklist, employee handbook, and orientation program. Number two, communicate pride in the company by giving each new employee an item with the company logo on it. Number three, encourage communication and a sense of importance by inviting new employees to have a coffee or lunch with the company representative or a senior manager. Number four, encourage new employees to sample the product and or service that the company sells. For example, if you are a restaurant employee, some restaurants offer new employees a complimentary meal. Number five, reduce the stress of starting a new job by pairing new employees with a buddy, a more senior or experienced team member that can help coach them through the first few weeks on the job. Whenever you are going to induct someone, you have to explain the company culture, clarify policies such as leave, sick, holiday, and special occasion. You have to talk about pay, how often and how, cash, check, or direct deposit, as per the company norms and policies. You have to talk about breaks, hours of work, rest, and overtime policies. And definitely, workplace health and safety overview, company hierarchy, and where the new staff member fits in. And you must pass the information to new employees about amenities, lunch rooms, rest areas, sick rooms, or toilets at site, etc. Whenever you are preparing presentation for the purpose of induction, you have to keep some ideas in your mind. You must remember the mind thinks in images, not words. Number two, repetition is key. Repetition is key, and repetition is key. What you like to convey, repeat it several times. Number three, employee is most excited on the first day of work. You need to keep that excitement alive for as long as possible. Dear friends and colleagues, typically orientation or induction conveys three types of information. Number one, journal information about the daily work routine. Number two, a review of organization's history, founding fathers, objectives, operations, and products or services, as well as how the employee's job contributes to the organization's need. And number three, a detailed presentation, perhaps in a brochure, of the organization policies, working rules, and employee benefits. As an induction trainer, you must understand the requisites for effective induction. What are these? Number one, to educate the attendees about the history of the company, the financial performance of the company, and the marketing initiatives of the company. Number two, brief history and operations of the company. Number three, products and services of the company. Number four, the company's organizational structure. Number five, location of department and employee facilities. Number six, rules, regulations, and daily work routines. Number seven, grievance procedures. Number eight, safety measures. Number nine, standing orders and disciplinary procedures. Number 10, terms and conditions of service, including wages, working hours, overtime, holidays, etc. Number 11, suggestion schemes. Number 12, benefits and services for employees. And number 13, opportunities for training, promotions, transfers, etc. Dear friends and colleagues, if you are assigned as an induction trainer, you must include all these points in your induction training program. In this way, you can make your induction training more effective and workable. Another important question is, which is the right time for induction training? You have to remember few important points. Point number one, as soon as the employee joins the new organization, induction training is compulsory. Point number two, risk of getting fed with the wrong information of the organization and people. Point number three, avoid the risk of getting affected by dissatisfied employees. Number four, to avoid frustration, dissatisfaction, and turnover. And number five, to boost morale and improve performance. Whenever there are such situations or circumstances, this will be the right time for induction to improve the performance and morale of your workers, to reduce the frustration, dissatisfaction, and to minimize the impact of wrong information spreading in the organization. So remember, induction is not only for new employees, it is also required for older employees in some special situations or circumstances. As I told you, this training session is about induction training, but part one. In the upcoming training session, induction training part two, you will be able to know about the levels and types of induction training. Who can conduct induction training? What are the key elements to good induction training program? What are The methods of induction. What are the benefits of induction? What might happen without an effective induction training? Why the induction training is not effective in some organizations? How to evaluate induction training? Is it effective or not? And lastly, is induction only a two-way introduction or an effective training? But remember, in the part 2 of induction training, I will focus on HSE induction or safety induction training. And that's all for now. Training session is over. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching. And if you find the video informative, then share it with your friends, colleagues, and fellows. Hope to see you soon with a new HSE tutorial. Till then, good luck.